Partisan anger in the House, already at rock bottom, sunk even lower after Speaker Pelosi rejected Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy's recommendation of Republicans Jim Jordan and Jim Banks to sit on a select committee examining the January 6 riots in the Capitol.
What was the criteria?
Her statement vaguely referenced, quote, the impact their appointments may have on the integrity of the investigation. And it concluded, I must reject the recommendations of Representatives Banks and Jordan. A furious McCarthy hastily called a press conference and lashed out at Pelosi.
Why are you allowing a lame duck speaker to destroy this institution? This is the people's house, not Pelosi's house.
He vowed to pull all Republicans from the panel and run a separate investigation.
Pelosi has created a sham process. Unless Speaker Pelosi reverses course and seats all 5 Republicans, we will not participate.
The feud has simmered since January 6th. McCarthy initially blamed President Trump for the riot. He called the president that day as violence escalated and pleaded with him to call a retreat. But in the weeks that followed, after a visit to Mar-a-Lago, McCarthy said the president did not provoke the rioting. Then, in May, McCarthy removed Representative Liz Cheney, a vehement critic of Trump, from the House leadership. Cheney remains a Pelosi appointee to the select January 6 committee. Now isolated, having lost support among Republicans and in her own Wyoming district, on Wednesday she returned fire at McCarthy.
We supported what would have been the very best option, which was a bipartisan independent commission. The minority leader opposed that. He lobbied against it in the Senate, and the Senate blocked it. And at every opportunity, the minority leader has attempted to prevent the American people from understanding what happened, to block this investigation.
McCarthy maintains Pelosi is afraid of what aggressive Republican investigators like Jim Jordan might uncover about her.
I don't think they're going to address the fundamental question. The fundamental question of why wasn't there a proper security presence at the Capitol that day? They're not going to address that. And only one person can answer that question. Only one. Speaker of the United States House of Representatives.
We had intelligence for weeks leading up to January 6th that told us that something dangerous would happen on January 6th. She knew we would fight back against their political games, and that's why she didn't want us to participate in this committee.
As Speaker, Pelosi oversees the Capitol Police Board, to whom the Capitol Police answer. She or her staff would have had access to intelligence relayed to the Capitol Police of any plans for impending violence. Some skeptics are now even suggesting a link between plans by right-wing extremists to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and the storming of the U.S. Capitol. Evidence has emerged of widespread FBI use of informants to infiltrate Michigan militias and a potential FBI entrapment of those facing charges in the Michigan plot. If, as McCarthy says, Republicans pursue their own investigation, they will likely examine the extent of the FBI's infiltration of groups that rioted in the U.S. Capitol. And most certainly will look at whether Pelosi had a direct role in denying the National Guard's offer of help to protect the Capitol. Doug McKelway for the Washington Examiner.